Hey guys, what's going on? Flip here, and today I'm talking about my favorite Arrow video box sets. Now, it only seemed right to do another Arrow video at the restaurant. So I'm here at my restaurant. The last video I filmed here was an Arrow related video. We did the Gamera unboxing and overview, but Arrow has become my favorite company when it comes to boutique Blu-rays. Criterion is fantastic. They put out amazing films, but what I have here are my favorite box sets in my collection from Arrow Video. And a lot of you guys, I'm going to warn you, a lot of these, actually none of these are horror movies. You know, a lot of people go to Arrow for horror. I do like Giallo and I do like a few horror-centric things, but for me, when I think of Arrow Video, I think of their Japanese films, I think of their Western films, and they've been putting out some incredible box sets in both of those genres. So right off the bat, I want to give an honorable mention because it's technically not an Arrow video. It's the same box set as the UK Arrow release, but it's like literally everything. The poster, the booklet, everything is exactly the same, but it's put out here by a different company. And we were talking about the Alejandro Jodorowsky box set. This is a fantastic box set, not a complete set, but we got Psycho Magic, A Healing Art, The Holy Mountain, Fando, Yelis, and then one of my favorite Westerns, El Topo. Now, if you guys have been watching my somewhat bi-weekly show with my friend Cody called Welcome to the Cult, we talked about our favorite Westerns, and El Topo was in here. And this comes with a great poster. And the thing I love about Arrow Video's box sets, for the most part, some of them are very thin cases, but they are very thick cardboard boxes. But yeah, this is a fantastic set. If you want something a little weird, or not a little weird, it's very weird, check this out. Fantastic set, and it's still in print. The other thing is Arrow Video's box sets tend to go out of print rather quickly. Now, in the past, they would reprint them without all the extras, and the next one I'll show you is going to be a great example of that, and that is the Vengeance trilogy. This is Park Chan-wook's masterpiece trilogy. We got Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, Old Boy, and we got Lady Vengeance. So this set came out originally, the first printing was in like a cool elevator style box set. Came with a book. A lot of their first printings of their special editions come with books. This is the reprint, still a very hard case. Does not come with the book, but it comes with 4 discs. You get 4-disc set featuring Mr. Vengeance, Old Boy, Lady Vengeance, and the feature-length documentary Old Days, which is disc 3. Special edition packaging featuring newly commissioned artwork by Justin Erickson. So this is a 4-disc set. You get the 3 movies plus the documentary. This is one of my favorite things in my collection. This is a Region B release. I don't know if you guys, yeah, right there, the Region B release. So you're going to have a region-free Blu-ray player. I will make sure to point that out because a couple other ones are Region B. So when we talk about those, I will point those out for you. But yeah, if you guys have seen Old Boy, I'm sure a lot of you have. That's probably Park Chan-wook's most famous movie outside of maybe The Handmaiden. But the other 2 movies in this trilogy are fantastic. Old Boy was the only one based off of a manga. Now, the other 2 aren't as popular, but still really good films. So I highly recommend you guys track this down. This set is still in print. The other set is not too expensive. That's the thing, is that when mine, except for one box set here, when Arrow Video's box sets go out of print, they don't go for that much. There's only 2, one being the Scarlet Hellraiser set, which I don't have. And I don't plan on getting, but that one's pretty expensive as well. So let's go ahead and talk about some Yakuza flicks. So one of my favorite sets in the collection, in the Arrow Video collection, is Outlaw Gangster VIP. This is the 1968 acclaimed director Toshio Masuda and rising star Tetsuo Watari from Tokyo Drifter. Teamed up for Outlaw Gangster VIP, a gritty Yakuza yarn based on the writings of a real-life gangster, Goro Fujita, which I believe is the same person that Graveyards of Honor is based off of. But yeah, this is, I believe, this is 5 films, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 films. You got Gangster VIP, VIP 2, Heartless, Goro the Assassin, Black Dagger, and Kill. I actually recently rewatched all of these, and the quality does vary. I will say, though, I was pleasantly entertained throughout the entirety of these films. I was never bored at all, but a lot of them are mid, as the kids say. Now, a lot of their sets are limited, and they'll say in the back here, this says it's limited to 3,000 copies containing all 6 films, high-definition digital transfers of all 6 films. That's the other thing, is that Arrow doesn't get enough praise when it comes to their transfers. I mean, Criterion gets a lot of praise when it comes to their transfers, but Arrow does a phenomenal job. I've never been disappointed by any of their transfers at all. So if you want a good Yakuza collection of films, this is out of print now, I believe, so it's probably going for a lot of money, but like I said, not terribly, but not too much. So Outlaw Gangster VIP is one of my favorite box sets in the collection. And then let's talk about my favorite release this year and my favorite director, and that is Shinya Tsukamoto, Solid Metal Nightmares. So Shinya Tsukamoto is my all-time favorite director. He is just incredible. He is definitely a Japanese auteur. He oftentimes writes, stars, and directs in his own movies. And this is, as you can tell right here on the side, we got the list of movies. We got Tetsuo, Tetsuo 2, Adventure of Denshu Kozo, Tokyo Fist, Bullet Ballet, Snake of June, Vital, Haze, Kodako, and The Killing, which is his latest film. There are some noticeable things missing from this collection. One, Nightmare Detective 1 and 2 would have been a nice addition. I don't think Nightmare Detective 2 has ever gotten a U.S. release. That is probably due for one. But those are great films. Gemini is a great film. Goblin, I believe, is what it's called. And then also Tetsuo 3 is not included in the set. But this is also now out of print. This was announced. This is my first Arrow video box set. This right here, Solid Metal Nightmares. And I picked it up instantly. And ever since then, I have been picking up these box sets and just falling in love with Arrow Video. So I highly suggest. This is my favorite box set of the year, tied with one other box set this year, which is probably their newest box set that I've gotten, Graveyards of Honor. So this is Kinji Fukasaku and Takashi Miike both adapted a book based off of a real Yakuza member who passed away. I almost said sadly, but after you watch these movies, you don't feel bad for him at all. And this is what I love about Arrow, is that there was no hype up. Like, this got a ton of hype. This was announced months before release. I picked it up. I pre-ordered it. I was so excited. And then once I had my eye on Arrow, they just kind of were like, hey, this is coming out next month. And holy crap, this is my second favorite Blu-ray release of the year. So my 3 from Arrow this year are definitely Tsukamoto, Graveyards of Honor, and then probably Gamera. I really enjoy the Gamera set. That's not here. It's too big. I didn't want to carry it from home to the restaurant. But if you can still get this, I believe this is still in print. I heard, I think it was Diabolical DVD did announce that these were almost out of print, close to launch day. So if you want 2 solid, really good Yakuza gangster flicks, both of them based on the same material, but both with very different feelings to them. Takashi Miike's one is my favorite one out of the bunch, and I think Kinji Fukasaku's is fantastic. And some of his other films we'll talk about later, but Miike's version just really steals the show here. And then let's switch up the pace with the Western. So we got Django. This is the box set. This was a very coveted item up until recently. They finally had they reached a settlement with Blue Underground. So for those of you who don't know, this box set was supposed to come out, I think, twice. There was a Steelbook and then this. Blue Underground had the rights. They pulled the release, and then now they came to an agreement. And this box set is readily available. I believe there's a 4K version too. I don't know if I'm going to triple dip and get it, but this special edition comes with 2 movies. It comes with Django, which is what's advertised, and then limited edition exclusive Texas Adios, a booklet, and a really, really nice poster that I'm thinking about getting framed. But yeah, these are really good spaghetti westerns. Franco Nero is one of the, I think, greatest Italian actors of all time. He does a fantastic job here. So if you want a really solid two film spaghetti western box set, this is the one. Now I will say, the word Django has been used for probably hundreds of films. It just kind of became like a name to throw on a movie to sell it. There are a lot of movies, and I mean a lot of movies with the name Django attached to it that are terrible. They have nothing to do with these. These 2 are the OGs, and they are fantastic. Now let's see here. What else we got here? Let's talk about. Let's go. Whoa, they're coming out of the box sets here. Let's talk about one of my favorite Japanese directors, going to pronounce this wrong. Even though he is one of my favorites, I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Suijin Suzuki. I'm terrible with names. But Arrow has put out, the 3 that I have by him are his early years, Volume 1, Volume 2, and the Taisho trilogy. This one is a little bit more different than these 2, so let's go ahead and go over the films that are in Volume 1 here. You got Board Under Crossed Stars, The Incorrigible, Teenage Yakuza, which is fantastic. The Wind of Youth Group Crosses the Mountain Pass, The Boy Who Came Back. So this is Volume 1. Now Volume 2, and this is labeled the youth movie. So these are not what many of us know Suzuki for. If you're a fan of the Criterion Collection, he's got Tokyo Drifter and Branded to Kill, which Branded to Kill is an amazing piece of noir. So, but this right here is called the Crime and Action Movie. So here you get 8 Hours of Terror, Tokyo Night, The Man with a Shotgun, one of my favorites in the set, The Sleeping Beast Within, and Smashing the O-Line. This is probably my favorite set out of the 3 that are right here from the same director. This happens to be also, I think these 2 are very out of print. Volume 1 is still readily available, but for some reason Volume 2 is the one that's very hard to find. And then these films are completely different. I think these are his masterpiece, his high art. You know, I want to throw my pinky up here. This is under the Arrow Academy line, which tends to be not as filled with cult cinema. So these are available. This one right here is available in a standard Blu-ray with all 3 films in there. So if you are interested, you can still pick that up. And then let's talk about some Miko Kaji. Miko Kaji is one of the greatest Japanese actresses of all time, and the Female Prisoner Scorpion Complete Collection. Now this is a reprint. The original was a greenish box, and it had a booklet in here. But yeah, this includes all 4 movies. You got 701 Female Prisoner, 701 Scorpion, Female Prisoner Scorpion Jailhouse 41, Beast Stable, and Female Prisoner Scorpion 701's Grudge Song. All these films each have a very different feel to them. I believe the first 3 are directed by the same director, and then the 4th one is directed by a new director. Miko Kaji absolutely kills it. Every film has like I said, has a unique feel to it, and she matches that tone with her acting, and she is just incredible. I mean, there's one of these movies where she doesn't even speak hardly at all, and she still steals the show. It's fucking Miko Kaji. Of course she steals the show. And then let's talk about some more Arrow Academy releases. You got the Buddhist trilogy, and you got the Yoshida, Love, and Anarchism. These are both really thought-provoking box sets, both of these. This one made me feel a little bit uncomfortable. I highly recommend these. These are both in print, but with Arrow Video, with how they do stuff, these are probably going to be out of print soon. These are both Arrow Academy. They actually announced today that they don't know what they're going to do with Arrow Academy going forward. That kind of has me worried because they were putting out some really awesome Japanese like new wave stuff. Their last Arrow Academy box set's coming out next month, and it's got Black Rain in it. I'm really, really excited. I can't think of the director off the top of my head, but again, these are all very limited. You got 3 films here, and you got 3 films here as well, each with booklets. Fantastic. You can't go wrong with these. And then let's mix things up and throw in another spaghetti western. I don't know if this was a reprint or not. Mine does not have a booklet, so if there was a release with a booklet, just let me know. But these are really fun spaghetti westerns. This is the complete Sartana. Man, these movies are just fun. They are pure and just filled with so much enjoyment. The names are ridiculous, so you got stuff like If You Meet Sartana, Pray for Your Death, I Am Sartana, Your Angel of Death, Sartana's Here, Trade Your Pistol for a Coffin, Have a Good Funeral, My Friend, Sartana Will Pay, and Light the Fuse, Sartana Is Coming. Each of these are pretty much standalone. You can watch them in any order, and they are just a lot of fun. On the back here it says, Clint Eastwood's Man with No Name spawned imitations, variations, and shameless ripoffs keen to emulate his success at the box office. Within moments of a fistful of dollars release, Giuliano Gemma was playing Ringo, who was then followed by Franco Nero's Django, Tony Anthony's The Stranger, and Gianni Gacco's Sartana, each providing their own twist on the Eastwood anti-hero, and each of them subject to their own of unofficial sequels, spoofs, and cash-ins. Sartana tapped into more than just the spaghetti western predecessors, a mysterious figure. He has a spectral quality, aided by his Count Dracula-like cloak, which also nods towards comic strip figure Mandrake the Magician, with whom he shares a penchant of card tricks for. He takes pride in his appearance, unlike Clint Eastwood's Dirty Wonder and Nero's Mud-Caked Drifter, and there's a dose of James Bond, too, in his fondness for gadgetry and the drool of sense of humor. These movies are fun. Like, if that doesn't sell you, then I don't know. You might not be a real human. And then another Arrow Academy release, we got The Cinemas of Conflict. This is a Region B release. These are the 4 films by Krzysztof Kieslowski. Just amazing. Amazing Polish director, my favorite Polish director. He's got a couple Criterion things. His Colors trilogy is incredible. I actually like the Colors trilogy more than this box set. But this box set, you got No End, Blind Change, Camera Buff, and The Scar. This is still in print. If you can get this and you have a region-free Blu-ray player, which I highly suggest you should, this is a must-buy. This is absolutely a must-buy. And then, man, I'm down to my 3 favorite box sets in the Arrow video collection that I have. They're all by the same director, Kinji Fukasaku. So let's go ahead and just talk about the big one right here. Battles Without Honor and Humanity, the Yakuza Papers. This is a masterpiece in filmmaking. I think these 5 films are just absolutely incredible. I adore these films. This box set is something that I've been wanting for a very long time. Found a deal on it, sold my singles to a buddy, and then used that to help fund this. But you get right here, you get Battles Without Honor and Humanity, Hiroshima Deathmatch, Proxy War, Police Tactics, and Final Episode. And then exclusive to this box set, you get Battles Without Honor and Humanity, the complete saga, which is a condensed version right here. Let's see what it says right here. English subtitle premiere of the 224 compilation edit of the first 4 films previously screened only as part of a limited Japanese theatrical release in 1980 and on the Toei cable channel. Introduction by Complete Saga editorial supervisor Toro Dobashi. And then also a 152-page hardback book featuring writing on the history of the Yakuza film genre, the background and continuing importance of the battle series, and the additional essays on the men who made them. So just one of the best box sets in my collection. It is a thick boy. There is 6 discs or 6 Blu-ray cases, standard size, and an Arrow video hardbound book. So one of the best series. And due to the success of these, Kinji Fukasaku was hired to do a unrelated trilogy of films called New Battles Without Honor and Humanity. So in this set, you got New Battles Without Honor and Humanity, The Boss's Head, and Last Days of the Boss. And again, another book. These films are not as good as these right here, but these are still really, really solid. If you can't get this box set, don't worry. A completionist like me has to have the box set, but buy the singles. I highly encourage you to buy singles. The singles. This is still in print. This is readily available. So go ahead and pick this up. Like I said, it's standalone. So if you haven't seen this, you can watch this and still enjoy it. And then my all-time favorite Arrow video box set is the Battle Royale set. This is a weird set because it's bigger than a standard. As you can tell, it's about like a ½ an inch bigger than a normal Arrow video box set. It's got the Blu-ray logo on the top. They still didn't have their unified look that a lot of these have. This is a Region B release, but I believe it is region free. So you can buy this and import it. And this is out of print though, so be warned, yeah, it is region free, A, B, and C. So what this includes is the theatrical cut, the director's cut, special features, booklets, comics, and postcards. This is a incredible release for an incredible film. This is Kinji Fukasaku's last film before he died. I believe it's his 60th film as well. He did do a little bit of work on the sequel to this. This isn't included in the set, which isn't as good. His son, tried to finish it. But man, this is what a movie. What a freaking movie. This is just amazing. And I'm really happy to have this box set. This is something that I've been wanting to have for a while. Hunted it down. I actually got these 2 in the same month. My 2 most coveted Kinji Fukasaku sets that I've been trying to get. I finally got, and I love them, guys. So I think this one goes for about $150. I got this for a steal at $75. So actually no, yeah, about $75, $80. So that is my box set collection. Now, this isn't every box set I have. I have, you know, a good horror selection. I have Hellraiser as well. I have a ton of singles, which I'll probably do another video on my favorite Arrow Video singles. But these are just my favorite box sets in the collection, and I can't wait to see what they do in the future as well. I mean, looking forward, we got the box set I talked about earlier coming out next month. Single-wise, we have Versus coming out next month. Then January, we got JSA Park Chan-wook's one of his first big hits. So anyways, guys, I'm Flip. If you like the content, let me know. What's your favorite Arrow Video box set? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you guys next time.